It appears I need to clarify a couple of things because people can't figure this stuff out. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more content. So I want to start off by saying if you're going to expect a ban list later today, because there seem to be people going, oh my gosh, today's the day. We just got the updated tournament policy. They're going to roll out the new... Okay, well, first of all, man, I would be very, very surprised to see a list drop. But also, I think Lacrima is going to make a guest starring appearance back on this list. As you guys know, time rules just got literally obliterated into the ground. And the reason why Lacrima was originally taken out back and blown up was because of the ability to ping your opponent for damage, which just ended up being a massive inconvenience. It was actually a problem. Now, you no longer have to worry about that burn damage mattering all that much. That was the first part of this video. I just wanted to go, hey, Lacrima's probably going to come back. If you're going to be surprised Pikachu face and you're expecting a list today, wild. So, now I got to talk about my favorite part of this video. This community doesn't know what the heck's going on. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? The community... So, we've had a little bit under 24 hours, or near 24 hours when this video has gone up. And I have read the most mindless complaints. People crying about this for no reason. I even had a local player crying in our group chat, going, oh my gosh, I can't believe that Konami just took away invites from players. The fuck did you get that from? I'm so confused as to how people think that regionals have changed. That is also, I've been reading a lot of posts from people going, oh my god, I can't believe Konami just stripped, we're not getting these Veilers anymore, these card troopers. Who? How do you, where, when, why, how did you get to these arguments? How are you reaching so far? Konami literally still said, hey, pricing is still the same. There's no change in these tournament documents. But now I'm reading from people going, oh my gosh, Konami took away my Veiler and my card trooper. I can't believe... Nothing's changed, guys. Why is this community so rage-filled? And why is it that this is just another key example of our goddamn community cannot read cards. They cannot read policy documents. They cannot... Why do you think... Okay, so they made the policy document changes to say that the way that playoffs are going to play. Well, regionals never had playoffs, man. To be fair, I still get comments from people that go, do I need an invite to go to a regional? No, you don't. But there's a difference here between the community that has played at events and the community that has never gone to a regional in their life. I'm willing to give more of a leeway to the people that have never been to an event that might be particularly confused by this. Also, my other favorite part of this whole scenario has been the parts of the pro player base that have been very upset with these changes. I'm sure many of you guys have seen many videos on YouTube, including mine with the catchy title of going, hey, many players are going to quit today, even though, it was good policy document change. All right, nobody's, the pros that are upset about this because they now have to go X1, X2. And I also want to clarify here, there seems to be a misunderstanding that if it's 14 rounds of Swiss and you go X1, every single X1, if you're 13-1, you'll still top. It comes down to the 12 twos that might have one possibly escaping on this. By the way, there are tools online to figure out records of Swiss. And to those of you that looked up how many players and how many rounds of Swiss and records and understanding how and, seeing how players could top in those initial breakdowns, I'm very proud of you. You are literally the 1% that didn't believe the shit that people were reading, and you took it upon yourself to look at the statistics and the data to educate yourself. I'm very happy about that. So I once again want to re-clarify here. for those people that seem to still be crying about this, there is no change to how regionals work. You can still, at a 500-man regional, top 64, still gets an invite. That's still X3. All right, congratulations. You're no longer going to get screwed by, the unfortunate possibility of draws. All right, we're way more streamlined now. Number 2, there's no initial difference to YCSs now, other than a lot more rounds of Swiss. Top 64 will still get their shiny playmat. Top 32 will still get card troopers. Top 16 will still get their Veilers. That part has not changed. The only difference that has changed is if you are undefeated or X1 in the tournament setting, you will not get punted out of the tournament. You will still be able to play in top 8 for the chance at the better prizing. And they've added 2 extra. Basically, the only change for this list was, or for this hypothetical ban list, was minus 3 rounds of top cut plus 3 rounds of Swiss. It is still the exact same long tournament. Gives you more Swiss rounds to try to do better, which is a lot more rewarding. And yes, I guess it does become a little bit harder for Rogue to make a top 8 because you can't lock into that top cut and grind through the single elimination rounds. No, they're extending it for the possibility of, being able to do better. Okay, is everybody still... Why are we so upset about this? Another interesting argument that I have heard from people with this is, this is only going to affect a very small percentile of the community. Why, I've read plenty of people going, well, if you're never going to top, why are you upset about this? And I always read the possibility of, you never know. I really do hate to tell you this, guys. But if you have not experienced how much pressure it takes to play through these top cuts and the amount of stress it takes on your body, I got really bad news for you. You're probably not going to make it to that top cut. To the top percentile players that do like this change, it's good. I've read very positive things from a few individuals in the community that seem to understand what's going on with this. To the people that are like, Konami's gonna, they're gonna walk this back. The only thing that I could imagine Konami trying to walk back would be the possibility of the double match thing, but I no longer have to deal with getting. I can get scumbagged by the community, but I'm so sick of this, draw scenario where your opponent was just, slow playing you. And, oops, oh, sorry, we get a draw. Now it's a double loss. I was sick of that, and I was sick of also losing to, a Gaga Cowboy because my opponent got to go first in time. Yeah, I would rather eat the double loss than have my opponent not win the game because of that. And I think a lot of people kind of agree that time cards were very, very scummy. I've also read from a couple people that Moonlit, or it's Spooky Dogwood's an auto win condition now, because I can now gain 30,000 life points, and you have to now take extra time. No, it's not a win condition. It's just, it's going to be a mild inconvenience. If you're playing Yummy and they Spooky Dogwood you, enjoy handing them, here's 100, here's 100, here's 500. It's not going to happen, man. It's crazy to me how crazy this community's been. So, good news, everybody. While we're over here pissing and crying and shitting on the floor and, over something that's massively irrelevant and, threatening to quit the game, and in a week you'll forget this argument and you'll still go play locals and everything will magically be hunky-dory. We continue to see things just maintaining. I'd be more worried about Lacrima coming back and the fact you're going to have to deal with full Fiend Smith combo getting even more ridiculous on the TCG side of things. But, couldn't be me. I'm a little bit curious about how that one's going to go in the near future. So, what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below. How much you guys thinking? Bye-bye! Patrons, thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.